The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Coldplay Saturday night.
Yeah.
And last night they played two amazing shows. Ellie, you and I were both there.
Yes.
Sky Full of Stars.
Who are you? I didn't see you.
Natalie was sitting on a fold-up chair just off the stage.
It wasn't quite close enough, but I was one of the puppeteers.
Well, that got weird, hey?
Didn't it just? Didn't it just? It was such a magical night.
God.
Have you ever been to anything like it?
No, I actually think it's the most euphoric experience. I wouldn't say I'm a massive Coldplay fan, but I knew every song, and when you hear it live, it's interactive, immersive. The things were happening,
and even
fireworks,
the wristband.
literally.
So you know that the wristbands are going to happen.
Yes.
I was well aware that this was a thing, but when you see them start the first time, when he kind of comes out and starts conducting this, and all the lights start flashing on and off, you just go, how is he doing that? It is genuinely incredible.
During the Taylor Swift concert, they had those wristbands, and just in front of us, there was a row of people, and about 4 of their wristbands didn't work, and they felt so dejected.
Left out.
Because they weren't part of it. But it looked, I just saw it on TV, it just looked a visual feast.
Oh my God,
it was non-stop, and it was just random stuff would happen. So all the giant balls came out. There's giant inflatable planets, there's puppets, there's then there are aliens.
There are aliens, that was
and there's butterflies in the sky, and it was
the
literally
wristbands were a really good idea though, because
also,
you want to put your hands in the air so that everyone can see
that you're part of it.
I would never put my hands in the air.
I do love, because they're very eco-friendly, they are, so I do love the fact that they had people down there pedaling exercise bikes that were creating kinetic energy to keep the show going, which really is a way that Optus can save some money during
the floor. So the
games.
Floor for the standing area, that's a kinetic floor. So people dancing were powering it as well.
Then again, if I'm going to pay money to go and see Coldplay, I'm not powering it. You know what I mean? Well, you can bring your own electricity. I'm just going to watch.
Apparently, even the fireworks were eco-friendly fireworks. I don't know what makes them eco-friendly.
Oh, didn't you see?
Other than them saying it's eco-friendly,
it was hummus. It was glow in the dark hummus. I did enjoy. You guys would have seen it live, of course, when he was doing "Fix You" and he stuffs up.
Yes.
And you know what? I really enjoy a band or a performance that is so sure of themselves they can stuff up, say I stuffed up, and move on. This is Chris Martin stuffing up "Fix You."
Did I get it wrong? Did I f*** up with?
Yes, you did.
Song and running. Let's just go just before the verse, please. Okay, just pretend that never happened. When you try your best.
I mean, I've got our hands in the air.
Isn't it amazing? You don't realise you know as many Coldplay songs as you do.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We knew a lot. But of course, he released a new song, which was his little ditty to Western Australia.
Yes.
Rhyming Western Australia with failure, which is not, it's a bold move, but it worked. He said, my life would be a failure if I never went to Western Australia, which was super cute. And at the beginning of it, he's like, oh, if this sucks, then nobody mention it.
Yeah.
But of course, he knows how to pander to a crowd. Everybody just went nuts for it. It's so funny.
Look, if you went to Coldplay over the weekend, and there's a big chance you might have, we'd love to hear what you thought about the concert. If there was something that Ali and Natalie haven't talked about that you think should be discussed, if something went down that you saw, we'd love to hear about it as well. We'll give somebody a family pass to the 49th annual Golden States at Perth Motorplex this Friday and Saturday. The same crowd. Tickets at motorplex.com.au.
All right, if you were there like we were. Maybe you went last night, because Ellie and I both went Saturday night. So if you went last night, you got some intel on what went down. Hit us up. I feel like I'm still on an absolute high from Saturday night's Coldplay concert. It was unbelievable. I'm not a super fan at all. I mean, I wouldn't even call myself a fan, but jeez, it is.
But you're
it's
a
the
fan
best
now, aren't you?
Overall concept show I've ever been to.
Yeah,
Adele's concert was amazing, just for the purity of her voice and how just how incredible her voice is. But this show had everything, all the bells and whistles.
A guy flew over from Sydney just for this and reported on it and said it's the difference between a concert and an experience.
Yes, that's exactly true.
Well, we wanted to see what you thought about it. Michael, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Did you go Saturday or Sunday?
We went the Sunday.
Okay, so you had a different experience to me. What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty amazing.
What was your favourite part?
His tribute to Shane Warne towards the end.
Okay.
The song that he did.
Oh, what did he do?
Yeah, so we didn't have that.
What did he do? What song did he do?
Oh, he said
Did we?
this song came to him overnight, so he just it was about friends and how they last forever and stuff. So
Oh, he wrote a
Pretty
song that came to him overnight and then sung it.
yeah, it was pretty good. They had Shane Warne up on the screens and stuff, so it was pretty good.
Oh, no way.
Oh, that's nice.
Imagine someone like Chris Martin, right? You can be inspired
Yeah.
one night, write a song, and then if he releases it, it's probably
Yeah, it's going to be a hit.
another $50 million.
Probably not his West Australia song, but other than that, good on you, Michael. Mel, hello. Mel?
Hey, Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Hi.
Hey, what night did you go?
I went Saturday night.
Okay, what did you think? What was your favourite bit?
It was just, look, too much. There's too much. But
Yeah.
it was probably Sky Full of Stars without question, really. Just because I saw, I was up the back and I could see everybody down on the floor had their phones out. Every time the phones were out, you'd think that they were the wristbands, but they weren't. They were phones because
Oh,
everyone was
really?
watching the phones.
Yeah.
And he made everybody turn off their phones.
Yeah,
and
he
it was
did.
just,
Did he?
Yeah.
It was just the best. Of course, there were still people that had their
Yeah,
phones
there
on,
were a
but
few.
It was just, I can't even.
Yeah,
I
he
took
he
my
very specifically
14-year-old
said,
son.
to everybody turn their phones off and just enjoy this
Well,
moment
why
for what
not?
it is.
Because then just
And he said-
watch it.
Yeah, and he said, it's on
Yeah.
YouTube. You can see it there. If you want to watch it, it's on YouTube.
It's all about the shares, though.
Yeah.
It's all about the
And,
posts.
and that's a big drone one too, so that's much more interesting than your phone footage anyway.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly.
Yeah. But I took my 14-year-old son, who's become a massive Coldplay fan, because I'm a bit over that age, and he just was singing at the top of his lungs the whole
Yeah.
time, and it's just memories that I will never, ever, have. I mean, I had to plead for tickets on Facebook, so
Yeah, right.
the fact that I actually got to was incredible, and yeah, me and my son.
Wait there. I just want to go back to something you just said. You just said about your age, you might have missed Coldplay. How old are you?
I'm 41.
Yeah, you haven't missed Coldplay. What are you talking about? Do you think you're too old for Coldplay?
I was standing next to these four young girls. I'll say young girls because I'm so over the hill now.
You're not. 41 is not over the hill.
I am going to destroy
Settle
you.
down,
This is
Mel.
so funny. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
So standing, and there was people. Okay, people who were older than me. Here I go. I'm going to sound really old.
Okay.
Like I'm in between. But they made the poor girls who was trying to stand up to the opening song, which now you would know was incredible.
Yes.
And we were in the stand, and they actually tapped them on the shoulder and said, "I'm so sorry, could you please sit down?"
Okay.
And I kind of looked back and went, "I'm sorry, we're at a Coldplay
Yeah.
concert." And I felt like being their mum at that moment, going, "Girls, you just get up and you dance.
Yes.
Just have a good time."
Everybody was up and dancing in our section. Everybody. Up and down. People to sit up and down. But
You know
yeah.
what, Mel? You aren't too old for Coldplay because if you agreed with those people
Yes,
and you
that's
wanted
right.
those kids to sit down,
No.
then you're too old for Coldplay.
Good on you, Mel.
41 and
I
too
know.
old for Coldplay.
Thank you, Mel. Daniel's in Lansdale. Hello, Dan.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Hey,
Okay,
good
Dan.
dad.
Which night did you go?
We went Saturday night.
Yes.
My wife won Bankwest Best Tickets through you guys.
Ah,
yes. Best seats.
Did you love it?
I've got to tell you, I'm in my 50s, and it's probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're too old for Coldplay. I think 41's a cutoff, isn't it?
According to Mel, it is.
Oh, wow. So what was your favourite part, Dan?
Just the interactive experience. It was, we were standing on level 3, and we weren't sitting, we were standing. So
Yes.
no one asked us to sit down. So we were just standing, and just as you look around the stadium
Yeah.
and the lights and everyone moving, and it was just, I'm still living it in my head over and over and over.
I
It was
felt
just
that
amazing.
too, Dan. Every now and then you sort of just took a moment and looked around, and the scale of it is, and it was a perfect night as well. Like,
yeah, beautiful
weather-wise,
weather.
it was perfect. Everything, it was utter perfection, the whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and for, they had, 60, 70,000 people in the palm of their hands.
Yeah.
It was just the best experience I've ever had by a mile.
Oh,
Yeah.
look
Good
at
on you,
that.
Dan. Thanks
All
for
right.
coming, buddy.
Thanks, guys. I had a family pass to the 49th annual Golden States at Perth Motorplex this Friday and Saturday night. I think I might give them to Mel.
She's too old.
I think that she might be old enough to attend the Motorplex.
All right, all yours, Mel. Well done.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Hey, Nat, Coldplay were in
Yes,
town.
they were. I know. I was there.
Yeah, so...
Oh, thanks for bringing it up.
Don't know if anyone had noticed.
I mean, if only people have been talking about it and posting about it on social media.
I didn't need to look at social media. Marlene and Brian Morris were the Coldplay reporters to me.
Oh,
Anything that
I didn't
Coldplay
realise they were
did,
there.
they were over it. They knew exactly where he was. It was hilarious. Dad was giving me Coldplay updates throughout the weekend. Firstly, starting with all those people that couldn't get over here because their flights got
So
cancelled from
Adelaide.
Virgin.
Yeah, all the people from Adelaide just had to sell their tickets because they just couldn't get here.
That must be
It's
devastating. Someone
Yeah, I know.
jumped in the car and were trying to drive and make it here in time.
Yeah.
That must have been so
I mean,
devastating.
yeah, and they were offered flights that would get them here on Tuesday. I was like, well, that's not really going to help, and I'm going to the Coldplay concert.
So, of course, the best thing that could happen was to see a celebrity when they're visiting your city out in the streets.
And about just enjoying,
Chris Martin
soaking
did
it up.
that. Chris Martin did that. It was amazing. He even saw a couple that were doing their wedding photos. So Chris had jumped a wire fence.
Yes.
And then posed for the photos with them. The couple were beside themselves.
We invited him to our wedding, but he's resting the voice tonight.
Vocal cords tonight.
I just love
That's the
those.
excuse I give if I don't want to go to something. I'm resting my vocal cords tonight.
I love those couples that are on their wedding day doing their photos, and then Bill Murray walks in.
Yes, yeah.
or
Tom Hanks famously walked a bride to the church in Rome because the film production was in the way. I love that.
So good. But the thing that Dad couldn't get over is because
Brian has his standards. It's true.
Chris Martin is a huge celebrity, and Dad was like, "Did you see what he was wearing?" And I said, "What?" And he goes, "He was being interviewed on the news. He was going for a walk." He goes, "But he just had a dirty old t-shirt on, some just dirty old shorts, it's like normal, just crappy old shorts." And no shoes. Dad was so taken aback by the fact they didn't have shoes on. And you know what? Chris Martin, he was a little bit apologetic as well to the reporter because he realised that, maybe I haven't, worn the red carpet outfit out walking.
Happy to see you. Look how smart you are. Look at this. Unbelievable. I should have made more of an effort.
Nah, you're Chris Martin. You don't
can do
need
whatever
to.
you want. I mean, he did do a whole section of the concert wearing board shorts. So
did he wear shoes?
Was he wearing shoes?
Yeah,
he did have shoes on.
Sneakers.
Yeah, it's probably an health and safety requirement.
How hot was it on Friday?
Friday it was a high 20s.
So that ground that he was walking on, because he was walking on
on pavement.
That would have been hot.
It would have been. I mean, you wouldn't walk your dog on it. Although my dog basically has furry Ugg boots built into his feet, so he would have been fine.
I want to talk about the world of no shoe people. Because
yeah.
I used to be one at university. I never wore shoes.
Oh, really?
Never wore shoes to class. I would have a pair in my car because I worked at the tavern, so I'd have to put them on to work at the tavern.
The moment I get home, I take my shoes off. And it's not that I'm one of those no shoes in the house people. It's just that I don't like wearing them at home. So even if I'm, wandering around in the garden or whatever, I won't wear shoes at home.
Yeah.
But if I leave the house, I manage to put shoes on.
Once,
bravo me.
When I was a no-shoe person once, years ago, I was walking home from Hart in the Park when I was going to Curtin University, and I was walking home.
Oh, you're talking about the shopping centre
the Hart in the Park.
In Vic Park, yes.
Yeah, and there's an oval just near that, and I didn't have shoes on, and I was walking, getting a shortcut through the oval. I don't know how I managed to get into the middle of the oval without hitting a prickle, but from that point on, there were nothing but prickles.
Oh, yeah. You needed to either retrace your exact steps.
And I tried and I couldn't, so I was just stuck there in a sea of prickles with just shorts and a T-shirt on. And a shopping bag. I had nothing in my shopping bag that helped me, so I had to take my shirt off and fashion a pair of shoes with one shirt, and then shuffle from the middle of an oval to the outside rim. Full on stuff.
It can be tough being a no-shoe person.
Well, let's find out.
You choose the way you go.
Realities of being a no-shoe person or living with a no-shoe person.
Are people disgusted by you?
Chris Hemsworth does it.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah.
And Chris Martin. All the Chris's.
All the Chris's. We're going to give somebody a $300 gift card to spend at Cockburn Gateway.
Buy
you can
some shoes.
head to Cockburn Gateway Black Friday activation zone this weekend between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. But we want to talk about people that never wear shoes. Are you one? Do you work with one? Do you live with one?
Christine's in Southern River. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, Christine.
Is there a no-shoe person in your life, Christine?
I actually know two. One is quite personal. It's my daughter. She doesn't wear shoes anywhere.
Yeah.
Quite embarrassing. So we'll go to a restaurant and she'll have a lovely dress on, but no shoes.
For a restaurant?
Yes. Or, even to church. So
Even to church.
Jesus wouldn't mind. He was barefoot, so yeah.
Jesus at least says, "Oh, can you put some sandals on?"
So what was her objection to shoes? Why didn't she like them?
Who knows? She just absolutely hates shoes.
Yeah.
And, and I used to work for a dermatologist. And we had a lawyer that used to come in for his light therapy treatment. And he would come in barefoot and painted toenails. I didn't mind the painted toenails, but
put some shoes on, mate.
I didn't have the guts to ask him, do you go to court and what do you do?
Yes.
Obviously, he had to put shoes on, but I don't get it.
How was everyone else at church with your daughter's bare feet?
Oh no, they didn't mind, I suppose.
Love and acceptance, Nathan. Love and acceptance.
I suppose.
There was a bit of whispering, I'm guessing.
Of course there was.
So would it hurt you? I mean, you don't have to wear, high heels or anything, but
in a restaurant,
nice flat sandal.
In a restaurant. That's bold.
I know. Isn't it just?
That's bold.
Yeah.
Not in a million years.
I mean, there'd be places where you actually wouldn't be allowed in unless you're wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Christine.
Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, how you going?
Good, Josh. Are you a no-shoe person?
I am.
Talk to me.
So, I went through my whole childhood not really wearing shoes. I was one of those kids where, where everyone else showed up to school, they would not wear shoes during, like they would have to wear shoes throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
I was one of those people. As soon as I was out of class, I'd flick my shoes off, go and play in the playground, just have a great time. With me saying that, I've had some gnarly experiences where I've had like glass in my feet and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You just lose feeling after a while.
You just lose feeling?
Yeah.
Do you mean they toughen up? Is that the...
Yeah, so they get callousy and thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically I dealt with that all the way through high school, and after I finished school I had met my partner of now 7 years.
Yeah.
And she had said to us that I love everything about you, but you really could wear shoes more often.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, but you know what? I've always enjoyed walking around
the
without
freedom
shoes, and I like feeling like you can feel the earth under you, right? So that's good.
I can feel the earth under me too, but even if I'm wearing shoes, it's weird, isn't it? I know what you mean.
He wants to feel it in his toes.
Yes,
wants to feel it in his toes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your partner then.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Karina, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Karina.
Hi, Karina. Do you know a barefoot person, or is it you?
No, it's not me. I do know someone. My uncle doesn't wear shoes at all.
Right.
Period. And so he works on cars.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a piece of machinery landed on his foot and he actually lost his pinky toe. And he still doesn't wear shoes from that incident.
I mean, there must be, like, insurance implications with that.
So he's got his own business, does he?
No, he does it for, like, home jobs and stuff for love.
Oh, my God.
Okay, yeah, right.
So he's lost a toe and he still won't put shoes on.
Well, no, they don't fit properly.
He didn't wear shoes at all.
God, that's crazy.
Isn't it?
The thing about the working on an engine and keeping yourself safe, that's one thing. The other thing I couldn't get past is that restaurant, someone going into a restaurant.
I know.
Imagine!
Wearing a lovely dress and just bare feet. God. Amazing. Thanks, Karina. Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys, a $300 gift card to spend at Cockburn Gateway. Head to Cockburn Gateway Black Friday activation zone this weekend between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. I want Christine to go down and get her daughter some church shoes. Go get your daughter
Christine.
some church sandals.
Please.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Okay, so you might have heard Coldplay. They're in town.
Yeah. So Coldplay were here. They played 2 gigs. They didn't really tell anyone and no one found out about it.
And nobody's been talking about it since.
Yeah, but there was like this competition, right?
Yes.
So you could be one of the support acts for Coldplay.
And on Sunday night, last night, that support act was King Ibis.
This is them with their single Apple Tree. Get you a bit of a vibe. You know what I mean?
It's a good vibe.
Oh, yeah, it is. Thank you so much. That's Nadine, the lead singer. We're lucky enough to be joined right now by Matthew Oakley, lead guitarist. Hey, Matt.
Hey guys, how are you?
Matt, well done. Is your heart still bursting? What an amazing experience.
Oh, absolutely. It was. It's still crazy thinking about it. Like it was such an amazing day yesterday. We were just so grateful to be there. It was unreal.
Hey, Matt, tell everyone about how this was a last-minute entry situation.
Yeah, so we sort of knew about the competition for a while, but we really didn't think that we'd have much of a shot at it. So our singer had kind of decided we weren't going to enter, and then our manager sort of told her, like, no, you have to enter. Like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yes.
So yeah, kind of forced her into it. I think it was the night before the competition closed. We submitted the entry, and then here we are. It was insane.
It's unbelievable because you were handpicked by Coldplay. Handpicked.
Yeah.
So that means that they've sat there, they've listened to your music, they've concentrated. Like Coldplay sat there and concentrated on your band for a while. That opportunity doesn't arise very often, let alone, winning to become the sport act.
Yeah, no, it still boggles the mind to sort of think about it. It was, even when we just found out that we'd become into, the final pool and that Coldplay were going to listen to our music, we were so over the moon just with that,
That's pretty cool.
And then to go the extra step was just crazy.
Dude.
So on the day, Matt, did you have much to do with them? Did you see them at all before your gig or anything?
Not before. The lead up into it was crazy. Obviously, all the crew were working really hard to make the show go smoothly.
Yes.
There's so much to do, and we just tried to sort of stay out the way and make sure we did everything we could to help everyone. Help everyone do a good job. So yeah.
Mate, staying out the way, though, I get that. We've been to some, we've hosted some really big full-on things that when you get there, you go, oh, God, I'm a tiny cog in this machine. Then you just sort of apologise for yourself and sit on a crate over to the left of the room. All right, so to date, until, last night, what was the biggest crowd that you played in just at a gig for yourselves?
I think we played to about 500 or 600 at a Nana Music Festival.
Yep.
And that's about the biggest. So it was.
And last night was 67,000 people. Yeah, right. So you've played a stadium. You've played a stadium, Matt.
Yeah, it's still sinking in for us all. Everyone's taking sort of the Monday off work to recover and recompose ourselves, but we're all a bit scared about going to work tomorrow and being back to reality.
Yeah,
but think about it. Stadium tours. Like people like Coldplay are the only people to play stadiums.
What's your next gig? Your next scheduled gig?
Well, we're actually down this week. We're heading down south to play at the Zone for Levers in Dunsborough on Thursday night.
Oh, okay, great. All right.
Yeah, awesome.
It won't be 67,000 people, but it'll be good. That's a good crowd.
No, but it will be great. And then we're off down to Hopeton for Friday night to play a gig, and then Esperance for a little festival called Barmy Nights down.
Lovely,
down
my hometown. You're going to love it. It'll be windy.
Yeah,
but you're from Geraldton. You can handle
always
it.
Always windy in Esperance.
Mate, what was the most memorable thing from your time on stage last night, and from the whole experience?
Oh, so many moments. Hard to pick one.
Well, give us a couple.
I think probably coming up the stairs onto the stage for the first time.
Oh my God!
That must have been breathtaking.
Yeah.
As we walked out and sort of heard the crowd, and that was very special. And then there was a really, we were a bit daunted and sort of just tried to play and do our best. And then Sam, our bass player, she just waved to the crowd, and then everyone, like half the crowd, started waving back. It was just really wow. It's like there's thousands of people waving at us right now.
That's amazing.
And then you kept on waving back. You just waved at each other all night.
Like, we better play some music.
Were your family there?
Yeah. So my mum and sister were able to make it up there from down south in the country. So it was really special for me that they got to come, and everyone else's family also. Everyone got to come and sort of see their kids or their siblings get on stage.
What a moment.
Tell you what, well deserved. King Ibis, everybody, you can check out their music. They've got their own YouTube channel, but also Spotify, wherever you want to get your good music.
And if you're heading down to Levers as we speak, you'll be able to catch them in the Levers zones. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for talking to us, Matt. And
Proud
great work.
of you guys.
Thank you so much for having me. Cheers.
Well
King
done.
Ibis.
There you go, everybody.
Supporting Coldplay. Dreams do come true. That's just a big
awesome
story, isn't it?
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.